Hey guys, I just wanted to make a video about insomnia and my dealing with it, and hopefully I can help some of you out there with insomnia, because I have been struggling with it for like forever. It seems to be on and off for me, and then it gets worse, and then it gets better, and then I decided to sort of do something about it. And so what I did was I went on YouTube. I looked up videos on how to deal with it, and actually there's a lot of helpful advice. A lot of it is very generic, and like they'll be like, don't drink coffee or whatever. But I did find one video. Actually, it's actually one of the first ones I found, which I thought was very, very, very helpful, and I thought the advice was very solid, and it almost immediately helped me. But it only helps to the extent that you follow through with what is said to be done there. Basically, it comes down to discipline and regiment of sleep. I mean, there are some people that can kind of willy-nilly and fall asleep at any time, and that's great, and I used to be like that, and then at a certain point, all of that stopped for me. And it seems if I'm not really disciplined about when I wake up and when I go to sleep, well, more so waking up at the same time. And there's another trick that I'll get to later. But basically, all the fun of being able to just go to sleep whenever I want, and then that all went away from me for some reason, and so now I have to be like regiment my sleep quite strictly in order to be able to get 6 good solid hours of sleep, which I don't really sleep past that anyway, but I would like to be able to, but I just can't. Anyway, so thing number one, these are, I'm going to tell you first the 3 most important things to do, and I'll link the video below that of the guy who said it first of how to do it, and it really helped me. So okay, thing number 1, go to sleep around the same time. I know this sucks, this one sucks the worst, because like when you get off work and maybe it's your 3-day weekend or something, you kind of want to do stuff and catch up on movies and video games or whatever, but this is crucial that you learn to go around the same time. Then you of course have to get up at the same time. This is the more important part out of all of the possible aspects of this. Now, when you wake up at the same time, I would recommend doing whenever you get up for work is when I would just wake up at that time every single day, no matter what. And thirdly, if you go to sleep, let's say 9 o'clock, 9:30, and you plan to wake up at 6 or something along those lines, if you go to bed and you cannot fall asleep within the first 20 minutes, you got to get up, you got to do something that is not strenuous, reading a book or whatever, stuff like that, maybe cleaning up a little bit, but nothing strenuous, nothing that's going to wake you up and stimulate you. Get up, do that for like 10-20 minutes, go back to bed, and you basically have to continue to repeat that until you fall asleep, and it totally 100% works, but you cannot do anything in your bed other than sleep. This is very crucial. Like, you don't read the book in your bed, you have to get up and go to some other room where you're sitting or not in bed. Probably don't go back to the computer, because for me, that would just wake me back up to 100%, so that is a no-go unless I want to wake up. So don't go back to the computer. Just do things with the way you would naturally do them. I don't know, fold socks or something, or read a book, and then do that for 10-20 minutes, go back to bed. And I pretty much, the longest I ever have to do that is maybe 3 times. But when I fall asleep, and even if it's 5 or 4 hours, those 5 or 4 solid hours of sleep do wonders for me. Whereas before, it seemed to I didn't really fall asleep ever. Like, I noticed that I wasn't actually falling asleep, and I was exhausted to beyond comprehension. Whatever damage not sleeping does to you, I'm way beyond that. I mean, there's no going back for me, because it just feels like it went on for years, or started maybe like a couple years ago. And this constant exhaustion, I mean, I've had weeks where I slept good, but then I would just go back to insomnia. And so this regimented kind of disciplined way of doing it seems to be the best way. and seems to work really, really well. Obviously, don't drink coffee, after 12 or something, stuff like that. Which I love. I love eating chocolate and I love coffee, and I just pretty much completely cut coffee out of my life. Alcohol, that's one thing I didn't compromise on. I do drink alcohol before bed, like right before bed, and it doesn't really help me fall asleep, or it doesn't really do anything to me, to be honest. It just kind of keeps me neutral. I mean, some people it wakes them back up, and some people it really helps to like pass out, but for me it does kind of create worse sleep, but that's just something I haven't really compromised on. But I can fall asleep with alcohol, and I'll maybe drink 3 or 4 beers every other night or something along those lines. So that's something I haven't gone away with. But yeah, basically go to bed around the same time, wake up at the absolute same time, no matter what, no matter how tired you are, because that's going to carry over into the next day when you're more exhausted, and that exhaustion is going to carry you into sleep. And when you combine that with, and all of these things take a lot of discipline when put to action, because like I get from work, I want to stay up and I want to either edit or play video games or watch YouTube, but then there's only like an hour and a half before I have to be in bed for me to make my time, and it's just about discipline. I haven't been entirely super disciplined about it. Like I have broken some of the rules here and there, but overall I've been pretty good about it. So one thing I haven't broken is waking up at the same time. That's easy for me. I've gone without sleep for so long that like having a little bit of sleep just is like I feel fresh as a daisy. Like it feels amazing. Even if it's like 4 hours, every night, I just feel amazing. Compared to no sleep for like days and days and days and days, and then maybe getting some sleep and then going back to no sleep. It's just now it's really good. And when I get 6 or 7, whoo, that is like dreamland. I feel really good and really alert and all that kind of stuff. So that's basically what I did. It's really easy. It's just hard to stay with it. It's hard to kind of stick with the rules, and those 3 seem to have worked the best for me. Seems to have worked really, really well for me. So I don't know. I pretty much guarantee that it's most likely not anything to do with some deeper psychology, which is what I thought it was. Like maybe I didn't know what I thought it was, but I just had this kind of suspicion that maybe it's something to do with, I don't know, what I'm doing with life, or what I mean? Like maybe I need to do more or something like that. Maybe that's why I'm not sleeping, but it wasn't that. It was actually like very mechanically simple. Once you follow through with the rules and you do what needs to be done, lo and behold, you're asleep, sound asleep, getting your 6-7 hours of sleep, and it feels amazing. So I hope I'm gonna post a link of the video, which I found to be extremely helpful. I find a lot of help. It's helpful. There's a lot of people saying a lot of things, and it's probably good advice. But I don't know. This just really, really worked. Like really within 3 days, 3-4 days is where I really felt a tremendous difference. So I hope this helps you. I'm gonna post a link of the video that I saw that helped me, and the guy pretty much says what I just said, only I said on the motorcycle. So that's all there is to that. I hope that you watch it and it helps you. Thank you guys for watching, and I'm out.